Faith, of course, in God and His Son Jesus Christ, and it means everything to me. It's a hope, it's a belief. It's a trust. When you trust somebody, you want to believe them. You want to obey them. You want to take their advice. And so, just like I trust in God and His Son Jesus Christ, I want my players to be able to believe and trust in my advice and obey, the things that I say and the things I want to teach them. And so it kind of permeates every part of my life with my wife, my kids, my family, extended family, and these players in the team. It's my support system. It's my go-to, my wife, the one I bounce things off of, the one I share with. It's involving them in as much as possible in everything I do, but keeping the separation between my family at home and when I leave my work, and then having a family here too as well. And so we teach that a lot. I mean, the players that I inherited, I remember the very first day we practiced, we started talking about that, because I'll be honest with you, family is used a lot. It's used a lot. A lot of schools, a lot of athletic teams use the word family. It's kind of the buzzword. It seems like the last 4 or 5 years, everybody's used the word family. And I don't want it to be a shallow, meaningless term. I want it to be real. And so our players here know that it needs to be real. And that means sometimes it means making tough decisions, holding them accountable in tough ways, but also knowing that they're here for a reason and that God brought us here together. And there's going to be accountability, but there's also going to be love, and there's going to be growth as young people, and growth as coaches and as a staff. And so, family is a very important word, and I think we all need to be careful as to not make it just another word that loses its meaning. Well, it's been a lot the last couple decades of my life. I was a player for a long time, a player on the beach and a player indoors, and I've always been an athlete, and I'm not. It's just kind of who I am. I played baseball, basketball, and football growing up, and baseball was the biggest part of my life growing up. Played collegiately at Morehead State in Kentucky, and then migrated to volleyball relatively late, and started playing and fell in love with the sport, and like I say, played on the beach and played indoors, and it's been cool for me because volleyball has really allowed me to coach and play in 8 different countries, and it's been awesome. And so it's one of the sports that kind of grabbed me, and I literally liked it so much. I recall a 15-year period where I watched 4,000 hours of volleyball videotape before I started coaching in college, and so that was cool. It's something that I'm like, I'm not going to watch this movie. I'm not going to watch that movie. I'm going to look at video. I'm going to analyze video, and so here, after about 15 years of that, and coming down to the end of me being a player, I was asked to be an assistant coach, and I joined a friend and was assistant coach with him for 4 years, and then the following 4 years I was a head coach, and then now that's parlayed into my 8th year as a head volleyball coach, and fortunate and kind of a God's blessing, to be candid with you, that I am here at Charleston Southern, and it's really a great combination. I think we have a lot to offer here at Charleston Southern. We're just going to kind of see what the Lord's got in store for the program, and see how great we can become here. Well, I think it's my responsibility to be more than a volleyball coach, and I think the cool part of coaching are some of the players that I'm still in touch with this day. 10, 11 years after I've coached them. There's one player out of the country, and not a couple of months go by when I don't hear from her, or she sends me a picture of her kid, and it's really kind of cool to have those connections, wonderful connections that last years beyond being a volleyball coach. And it makes sense, right? I mean, I get a short time with players. I get a very short time with players relative to the big picture. I get 4 or 5 years with some, 1 or 2 years with others. 5 of the seniors here I get 1.5 years with, and I need to make the most of the 1.5 years with them, because the rest of their life is a lot more important. and 4 or 5 years with some of the kids is really, really, really important. But the rest of their life is more important. So it's got to be more than volleyball for me, and that has really, really resonated with the vast majority of the players that I've coached in the past. And some of it, quite frankly, it hasn't resonated with them. But I do want to build in their lives because the rest of their life is more important. So it has to be more than volleyball, and it has to be stuff that's going to last a lifetime. And so I take that very seriously, not being just a volleyball coach, but to be a mentor and a part of their lives, hopefully for the rest of their lives. Charleston Southern is a great place. There are a lot of great things about this university. It's in a great location. There aren't many cities. I think I just read where Charleston was ranked the #1 city in the U.S. for the 7th year in a row. You know, there's water sports, there are great restaurants. It's just a good place to be, and with the leadership that we have on campus and in the athletic department right now, I think the university has a ton of momentum, and that's one of the reasons I came up here. Let's see if we can get volleyball. Let's see if we can get this program. And the Lord says, "Hey, commit your ways to me, and your plans will succeed." And that's what we're doing here. We're committing this to Him, and let's kind of have the volleyball program join the other programs and other parts of campus, and a new AD and a new president, and let's get it moving in the right direction. And it's a great campus. I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to be the next 10 years of this school are going to be great. Well, I want us to be successful on the court. You know, I want us to win. I want us to chase great as hard as we can. You know, championships would be fantastic. The NCAA tournament is a goal. It is, and there are other goals. There are making sure these ladies, when they grow up and become seniors and graduate, that they're ready for the rest of their life. And if they give me the opportunity to help share in their spiritual and a Christ-centered foundation, what a joy that is. I mean, that's what sets them up for the rest of their life. That's what sets them up for success, you know, having that relationship with the Lord. And so I hope that they are willing to let me share a part of that and be a part of that. And so off the court, I want to see him graduate. I want to be able to make sure, as much as it pertains to me, as much as it depends on me, I want to be able to be in touch with them for the rest of their lives. And we want to see how successful we can be on the court. And we're gonna practice with big goals in mind, and we're gonna train with big goals in mind, and we're going to work hard every day to achieve big things.